Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the mound today, Matthew Liberatore. What do you have on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Just about to get started, Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Francisco Lindor.
No!
The 1-0.
Oh.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That one misses,
Take it,
so a leadoff walk.
Batting second, left fielder.
Here's Juan Soto. And the 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. Got him swinging. One out man at first. So up next for New York, Bo Bichette.
Oh.
Just getting started here in St. Louis. Ground ball right side, it squirts through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
So here's Robert now. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. In the dirt. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Pitch misses. Full count now.
That's a really good take.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one carrying to the warning track. Makes the catch. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And up next for New York, Jared Young. Right through there for a strike. That one not close. And that's ball one. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Good eye in that spot. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Back here in St. Louis, and towing the slab in this one, Freddie Peralta. What do you look for here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, They're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
J.J. Weatherholt getting ready to hit. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Peralta making his first start of the year. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. Comes up empty. That's strike two. That's off the inside corner. And that's ball one. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now it's Ivan Herrera. Called strike right there. Check swing called strike. No balls, two strikes. Ball one there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
This one in the air, right field. Two away. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals.
Alec Burleson.
Now one miss. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on.
Nope, outside.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, second inning set to go. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. It gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Fouled off left side. Here's the 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging for the K. That K is his third of the game. Now it's Marcus Semien.
Oh.
And a 1-0.
That's the ball.
Fought off foul. The 2-1. This one in the air, center field. And there's two down. Carson Bench will hit next.
Carson Bench.
Hit in the air, center field. Scott coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Mason Wynn.
Yes.
In the air, right field. And there's one down. Here's Nolan Gorman.
This designated hitter, Nolan Gorman.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him.
All over that one right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Next to hit, Jordan Walker.
Nope.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. No score here in the second. That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That's too low. Ball 3.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. First and second, 1 out. Nathan Church next up for the Cardinals.
Ball. Hard.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Two on, 1 out. And there's the automatic. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Quickly for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Back here at Busch Stadium, and stepping in for New York, Luis Torrens. Here comes the 0-1. And that one pulled foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's Francisco Lindor. Walked to open the ball game.
Ball.
The 1-0. And that's in for a strike. Foul ball there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Just missed. Top of the 3rd, no score. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Just missed. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Bichette in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one hammered, but pulled foul. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there.
No,
that one
that's
is
foul.
foul, and he'll see another. Breaking ball, and that got him.
That hit him. Take your base.
To the net. Center fielder, Luis
First and
Robert
second,
Jr.
2 outs. And now it's Luis Robert. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
That was just paint on the first pitch fastball.
Oh, look at the stop. Goes to second with it, and very nicely done for the out. As we go to the last of the third. Now up for St. Louis, Ramon Urias.
Urias.
That's towards center. Robert on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So digging in, Victor Scott.
This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball.
That one's in there.
0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And this is inside. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And that misses. And the count is 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's outside. And now it's 3-2. Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Got him. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So up next, J.J. Weatherholt. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Fly ball down the line. And it's a foul ball, but it had the distance.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
The 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
The heater is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
And that one hammered way back there. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. The 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Back here in St. Louis, on to the 4th. Jared Young up now for the Mets. And that one fouled off. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. And now it's Mark Vientos. He was plunked in his first trip to the plate.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And there's a ball. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here is Marcus Semien. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
In the air, right field. And that is that. Back here in St. Louis, now up for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera.
Whoa.
Fouled off down the right side. On a strike, the pitch.
That's a ball.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Digging in, Alec Burleson.
0-1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 1-0. Here goes the runner. And that is out of play.
Oh.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Robert hustles it back in. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one. First and second, no outs. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Oh.
The 1-0. And fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That one way outside. And the count down even up. And that's a strikeout looking. And that is a big first out. Now he's challenging the called strike. And that one was indeed a strike. Still one challenge left for them. So now the DH spot, Nolan Gorman. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Swings through that.
I think he was sitting off speed there. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
That's the ball.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 3-1.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. Hitters count.
Swings through that one. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
For the Cardinals.
Go ahead, run on base. Jordan Walker digs in now.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Nope, that's off the plate.
The Redbirds with a chance to score first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And a big swing and a miss. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That one 95 to finish him off. Ready now for the fifth inning. And stepping in for New York, Carson Bench. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
That one off the mark, and a count 1-2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Oh.
That one way inside. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2-1 now. And there's a foul ball. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Up next to the Mets.
Back to the top of the order, Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Up.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. High fly ball, right field. Brings it in, and that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for St. Louis, Nathan Church. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Robert on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Ramon Urias next up for the Cardinals. Flied to center his first time. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Well.
This one in the air center field. Robert has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Victor Scott. Went down on strikes his first time through. Out towards right center field. That is the inning. All set for the top of the sixth. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That's a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Strike one. Whoa.
Here's a 1-2. Now
That's a
one
ball.
miss. And now the count filled up 3-2. On the ground, Weatherholt gets it to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the sixth. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
There's the strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the bat alive.
And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Got him looking for the K. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. Bottom of the sixth. Now up for St. Louis, J.J. Weatherholt.
J.J. Weatherholt.
You know, these Cardinals need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Had him out front for strike 3. And now the catcher comes up to him. Ivan Herrera, 1 for 2.
Oh.
All tied up here in the bottom of the sixth.
Nope. Ball 2.
That one
No,
missed. Now
that's a
3-0.
ball.
That's ball
That's
4.
high.
Tried
Ball
another
4. Take a bait.
fastball, but missed the spot.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Go ahead, run on base. Alec Burleson. Next up for the Cardinals. Runner on the go.
Swinging a foul out of play.
That one misses. Ball one.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And that skips into dirt. Line drive. And now maybe extra bases. Runner around third. He scores and they have the lead.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could.
So a lefty out of the pen. Brooks Raley.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Takes it himself. 2 down. So now here's the DH, Nolan Gorman.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Raley. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Struck him out swinging. They limit the damage here. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, JoJo Romero.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
A little bit low. Ball two.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Ball one, no strikes. Base hit, and that puts the tying run on base.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Stepping in, Marcus Semien. Fought off foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And a 1-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Inside. Now 2-2. A little bit low.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, dude.
And that one is lifted in the air. Scott should have this one. He's got it. And there's 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Carson Benz.
Right fielder,
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Oh.
The Cards trying to hold a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Ball 2.
Fouled off left side. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one kicks away from Herrera. No advance, though. And a payoff pitch. Got him. That ends the frame. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Luis Garcia. Now up for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. He is struck out and he is walked.
Ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Up next,
Here's the left fielder, Nathan
left
Church.
fielder, Nathan Church.
That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Lined into right. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Ramon Urias. Foul ball there. The 0-1. Ground ball, left
Foul
side.
ball.
And that's just foul. Line drive, base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. The third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Two on, 1 out.
Hey!
He takes a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
The 0-2.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. Runners hold tight. It's a ball and 2 strikes. He goes down looking. Scott not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And the strike call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. So back to the top of the order. At the plate, J.J. Weatherholt. 0 for 3 in this one. Line to right, base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Herrera in the box now. Takes strike 1. The Cardinals trying to break this one open here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Oh.
In the dirt, blocked. This one smoked on its way out of here. He jacks that one out to left. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-zip. A new arm into the game. The righty, Oscar Brazovan.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen, and when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard, just doesn't have the same intensity to it. But he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Burleson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two down, nobody on the ground to the left. Vientos whips it to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Chris Roycroft.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Perez leading things off and takes a strike. Foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Mets.
Back to the top of the order now. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And that skips into dirt. Two balls, no strikes
inside.
to count. And another ball. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1. Line drive, base hit down the line. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Mets.
Juan Soto now, 1 for 3. That one outside, and it's 1-0.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And he swings through that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. The throw to third. Save!
Safe!
A couple of singles back to back. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 on, 1 out. In the air, right field. Walker under it. He's got it. Runner tags for home. There comes the throw. He's offline. The run comes in. Here's Luis Robert. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Now the 0-1. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Just missed it. Bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. The shortstop takes the ball.
Yeah.
Chop to the left side, but it kicks foul. Gets under it and pops it up. Fair ball. And a good start to the inning.
No, that's 2-strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
Gorman in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And the 1-0.
Hey! Ball outside.
Grounder might be 2. Good feed. That's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play. Base is empty after the double play. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals.
That's a ball. That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two down, nobody on. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Brule.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The 0-1. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. That's a strike, and the count even at 1. That one pushed foul. And now it's even up. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball. Throw to first in time. So they're down to their final out. And next for the Mets, Marcus Semien. The Mets down by 4 here at the top of the ninth. This one in the air, right field. And that'll do it.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that.
Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next.
Please welcome your St. Louis Cardinals.
And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Matthew Liberatore.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Just about to get underway, Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Number 12, Francisco Lindor.
Nope, ball one.
Close, but call the ball. And that's ball 3. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Juan Soto steps in the box as if he wasn't already freakishly good. He found a new way to beat pitchers in 2025. No. He stole a career-high 38 bases last year.
Yeah, Boog led the National League, and get this, nobody had more stolen bases in the league after the All-Star break.
The lefty, the 1-0. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Throw to first. Lindor back in there. Lindor on at first. Nobody out. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. 3-1 now. And a big swing and a miss. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Ball 4. Take a base.
First and second. No outs. Bo Bichette up to the dish. No outs, runners at first and second. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1.
Well, Boog, early on in this one, having a hard time getting settled in. He's not showing control to throw strikes, let alone to throw it where he wants in the strike zone. This could be a tough one for him.
Liner caught at second. And that is a big first out. Luis Robert now.
Luis Robert Jr.
One out. Runners at first and second. And that is out of play. Here's a 1-2. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one. Over to first.
He's safe.
Jared Young now at the plate. Ball one, no strikes. In for a strike, and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Bottom of the first, and today's starting pitcher, Freddie Peralta.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
J.J. Weatherholt getting ready to hit. Weatherholt getting the start at second, hitting leadoff in today's game. And his slugging percentage so far this year, right around .450.
Oh, one.
Fouled off. He was late. The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting second, catcher.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. In the air, left field. Soto gets under it. And there are two outs. So digging in, Alec Burleson.
First baseman, Alec Burleson.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2-2 now. And downstairs.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Mason Wynn in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Ball to strike. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The underhand flip out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Back here at Busch Stadium, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Hey!
That one hammered center field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. Now it's Marcus Semien. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Next pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Swings and misses. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. So up next for New York, Carson Bench. And first offering is fouled off. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the second.
Oh. Ball two.
Challenge from behind the dish here. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. The 2-1. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Two outs, bases empty. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. Right down to shoot, and that is strike one. On the ground. Dives, and he can't hang on. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Francisco Lindor takes it deep. It's their second home run of the inning. So 2 down, and now it's Juan Soto. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 4-0. Obashek gets a chance to hit. That one upstairs, ball one.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So Luis Robert now gets a chance with 2 gone.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Robert stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That one back there. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Just off the inside edge. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. Gone. Luis Robert hits one out. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they add to their lead. Chris Roycroft gets the call from the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Bottom of the second. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Nolan Gorman.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
A little bit high, maybe. Ball 2.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
And a 2-1 on the way. Popped up. One away. So up next, Jordan Walker.
Right fielder, Jordan Walker.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
That's a ball. Whoa.
Right through there for a strike. Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Check swing at a 3-2. Appeal down to first, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. Nathan Church next up for the Cardinals. And that one upstairs. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And he makes the catch. And the inning is over. On to the 3rd inning. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos.
That's out the corner.
Missed.
He hasn't wanted the challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
That one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is even, 2-2. Got him. Now 1 away.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's Marcus Semien. Struck out swinging his first time. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. And it one-hops the wall. Relay to second, and he's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Bench in the box now. Take strike one. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Into center. That's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. Reached on an infield single his first time. Huh. And the 0-1. Hit on the ground might be 2. The second, there's 1. Not in time. First, it's a fielder's choice. So the batting order turns over. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. In the air to left center. Scott turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the inning.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Ramon Urias leading things off and takes a strike. To the right side, Young. Handles, throws to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Now here is Victor Scott.
No.
The 1-0. Late on that fastball. On the ground, right side. Simeon toss over to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Now up for St. Louis, J.J. Weatherholt. His first at bat was a strikeout. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Not in time. He's safe.
Just a good job putting the ball in play and then busting down the first baseline. Beat the throw pretty easily.
So man aboard. Now up for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera.
Oh.
First, Weatherholt back in on a dive. The 1-0.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Weatherholt off of first with 2 away. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 2-2. That one almost got him.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. So a walk puts runners at first and second. So 2 on with 2 away. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And it's fouled away. The 0-1. Ball one there. So now 1-2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last two pitches were well executed.
Two on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Not close with that one. Ball 2.
Oh, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times when
he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in St. Louis, all set for the start of the inning. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Nope. 0-1.
In the air, out towards left center. And there's one down. So now here's the Mets DH. Bo Bichette, 1 for 2.
Up.
0-1 now. And he chases that one below the zone. This one in the air, right field. Walker hustling after it. Brings it in with a nice running grab. That's out number 2. So here's Robert now. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 8-0. Jared Young up now for the Mets.
Oh.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball 2.
Fastball is outside. This is downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Next to the Mets, third baseman.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Vientos, 26 years old. He made his major league debut in 2023, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate, and the runner holds. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that's a little high. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next to the Mets, second baseman.
So up next for New York, Marcus Semien. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Line shot into the gap, should score at least 1. Young around third, 1 run across, headed for the plate. Relay throw home.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle. And
New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Justin Brule.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Benj up to bat next, lays off for a ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Oh.
Pitch
No,
misses.
that's a
3
ball.
balls, no strikes. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Mets.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Now, Luis Torrens.
Up.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
he finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia.
Got
Yeah.
a shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
The 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. That one way inside. That
the ball.
misses the zone, and it's 3-2.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
It's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Here's Nolan Gorman. He popped out his first time.
Designated hitter, Nolan Gorman.
Close one doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Outside corner, there's a strike. The Redbirds with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In the air, right field, Benj settles underneath it. 2 up, 2 down. So digging in, Jordan Walker struck out swinging his first time.
Jordan Walker.
Ball 1.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Clips the corner. That's strike 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The next
That's a
offering
ball.
misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 0-2 now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. Struck him out looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Back here at Busch Stadium, new inning getting started. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. And that's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Scott in position. And there's one down. Here's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
No!
The Mets up big in this one. We're at the top of the fifth.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. That's inside. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Andre Palante gets the ball now. He's into the game with the bases empty. And here is Bo Bichette, 1 for 3. First pitch way inside a fastball.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, they got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Mets.
And now it's Luis Robert.
Jr.
That's the ball.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Bichette, the runner at first with 2 gone. One and 2 now. Got him swinging. Back here in St. Louis and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nathan Church. Peralta back to work.
Nope, that's away.
Out towards left center. Nice grab on the run. And there's one away. So up next, Ramon Urias. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Now at the plate, Victor Scott. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. The 1-0. Center field. Robert under this one. Makes the grab. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. J.J. Weatherholt will hit next.
Ball.
The Cards with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and a count 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a...
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Back here in St. Louis, top 6. Jared Young up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. And the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman,
And now it's Mark Vientos.
Ball. High.
Next offering is fouled back. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
next for the Mets, second baseman,
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Marcus Semien.
Strike 1.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Pitch misses, ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Ball 2.
That one missed. The other way. And it stays fair. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
Semien runs. There's the ball. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw.
No, that's a ball.
Next pitch is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Ball 4. Take your bait.
up next for the Mets.
So 2 down. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
On the ground to short. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. Well, we go bottom six.
Leading off for
Now up for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera.
Ivan Herrera.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And now the 0-1. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
And now it's going to be Alec Burleson. There's a strike. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. The two-run shot. And they cut into the deficit. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Stepping in, Mason Wynn.
No, that's a ball. Ball.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Right through there for a strike.
Simeon slings to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the Cardinal DH, Nolan Gorman. And that's off the inside edge, and it's 2-0. That one lifted to left. Soto has a beat on it. 2 down. And up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. That is the inning. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now a 10-2 ball game. Top of inning number 7. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor.
Strike. Woo.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss and a slider. That missed by a lot. Ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Here's a 2-2. Next
Nope,
offering
that's
is
up,
outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Scott under it. One down. Here's Juan Soto.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And first offering is fouled off. On the corner at the knees for a strike. And that skips in the dirt. On the ground to first. He'll do it himself. And 2 away to start the 7th. New pitcher for the Cardinals, JoJo Romero. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. And next for New York, Bo Bichette. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Pitch in the dirt. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That one just misses. And that's downstairs. And now 3-2. Got him. Out number 3.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brooks Raley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now up for St. Louis, Nathan Church. First pitch misses. Raley in his 7th season, 37 years young. And he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2009.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
A little bit low. Just misses with that one.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Ramon Urias.
Third baseman, Ramon Urias.
And another ball. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Here's a 2-0. Just missed. Check swing, but he went too far. They're now 3-1. That's a walk.
Take your base.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
Up next for the
Runner on at first with 1
Center
gone.
fielder,
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. That one not close. Ball 1.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Up next for the
Back to the top of the order. Now it's the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt.
Nope, outside.
The Cardinals with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. And it's even up. Right through there for a strike. Outside, 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here at Busch Stadium, ready to begin the 8th. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Next offering is fouled back. And a good eye there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
That one drifts inside. Off the mark there, and the count is filled up. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman.
And next for the Mets, Jared Young.
0 for 3 in this one.
On the ground to first. Here's win for one. A sensational double play. Now here is Mark Vientos. In the air out towards right center. Walker hustling after it. Makes the grab on the run. And that is that.
Now pitching for the
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Luis Garcia.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Herrera, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
Strike 2. Oh.
The rope to the right, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Burleson, the next to hit, takes outside. And the 1-0.
Strike 1.
On the ground, right side. Lindor, 1 to first. Double play. Nicely done.
Up next for the
Base is empty after the double play. Mason Wynn, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Check swing, and he went. Strike one. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That ends the inning.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back.
the
It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the mound.
55.
Ryan Stanek. Here's the second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Second baseman, Marcus Semien.
He swings and fouls one off. Fastball is
that's a ball.
outside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Church takes it in for the out. 1 away. And now here is Carson Bench.
Hey!
Lifted in the air, right field. 2 away now. And up next for New York, Luis Torrens. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy, oh, nice stop on a slide. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Bottom 9. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Nolan Gorman.
Whoa!
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him. 1 away.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one. Got him looking for the strikeout. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. Oscar Brazovan on a pitch out of the pen here.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Church now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The changeup missing, and the count is 1-1. Short hop liner handled it short. On to first, ball game. And the Mets take this one in a blowout.
All these hitters got the bats going early with a huge second inning, and they never really looked back. When you have that type of focus,
your confidence grows and you just expect to go out and dominate and win each inning. And then on top of it, the ball game.
10-2 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long